Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about something very important, very essential in any caring profession, whether you are in social work, aged care, disability, youth work or mental health, and that is writing effective case notes. So in this video today we will talk about what case notes are, why they matter, and my top practical tips for you to help you write your case notes clearly, respectfully, and professionally so that you can follow the industry standards. So let's get started. So let's start with the basics. What are the case notes? Case notes are written records of your interactions with your clients. These include details such as clients' needs, goals, a bit of the history and background, details of what was discussed with the client during your sessions with them, any actions that you've taken, whether it is with your client or by your client, and any next steps or follow-up actions required for this client. These serve multiple purposes, not just for you to remember things, but also for your team members, for your supervisor, or even other professionals who are stepping in your role because they want to understand what's happening with your client. And it is also a part of a legal and ethical requirement. So this is a professional record, and that's why these are very important. Good case notes can improve the client outcomes by keeping everyone on the same page, help you reflect on what work you're doing, protect your organization legally, and show some ethical and professional accountability. So yes, it is admin, but it's an admin that protects the lives, rights, and dignity of a person. Now let's dive into the 5 tips. First, very important tip is always write your case notes the same day. Ideally, right after your session with your client. Why? Your memory fades faster, and when you wait until the next day, you might forget little details. What the client said, how they looked, or what decisions were made. So if you're working with multiple clients in a day, the detail starts to blur, and that can lead to mistakes or confusion. Writing it straight away ensure that your notes are accurate, complete, and fresh. Never backdate your notes. That's not just unethical, but it can also be a big legal issue. For example, client appeared distressed but was able to speak about their current housing stress. Refer to emergency housing support or follow-up schedule for next Friday. This is an example of writing the case note right after the session with them. Tip 2. Use a non-judgmental and non-discriminatory tone. Your case notes should be factual and respectful. That means use the client's correct name and pronouns. Avoid any sort of stereotyping or assumptions. For example, don't write that the client was dramatic or the client seemed lazy. Don't make comments based on religion, race, disability, or gender identity unless it is directly relevant to the support being provided. You are not writing your opinion, you're just writing an objective record. Instead of saying client was being difficult and refused help, write client declined support service that we offered and stated that they prefer to manage independently at this stage. Ask yourself this question, that if the client reads this note, would they feel respected? If the answer is no, rewrite it. Include all key details: who, what, when, where, and what's next. A good case note answer all these questions. When did the interaction happen? Where did it take place? Phone, office, home visit? Who was involved in it? Just you and the client, or were there any family members or interpreters? What was discussed? What is the key concern, issues that were raised, any progresses? And what's next? What is the next action to be taken or follow up required after that? Think of it like leaving instructions for another worker who might need to take over tomorrow if you're not there. Would they understand the client situation based just on your note? Have a look at the example format. Follow your organization's policy and procedures. Every organization has its own rules around case notes, so you need to follow them. Do you write case notes on paper or electronically? Can you delete or edit a note if you make a mistake? Is there a specific template you must use? So never erase or cross out any case notes if you make an error. If you make a mistake, follow your organization's protocol. That might mean redoing it. That might mean adding a correction with the time and the reason, or you may need to do a signature or may need to check with the supervisor every time you are correcting a note. Tip 5. Avoid assumptions and generalizations. Stick to what you know, not what you think. Don't guess, don't assume, don't diagnose unless you're qualified to do so. Avoid saying client has depression unless it's formally diagnosed and discussed. Right? Client stated that they are feeling low or struggling to sleep or have no motivation. So if something is uncertain, document it clearly as client reported it to you. If you observed a behavior, describe it. For example, you may say client avoided eye contact and had a quiet tone instead of client was untrustworthy or rude. So this keeps your note professional and useful, not based on bias or guesswork. So to wrap it up, good case notes are more than just paperwork. They help you keep the client safe and protected, show that you're working ethically and professionally, ensure that your team can work together effectively, and provide a legal record in case anything is ever questioned. Most importantly, case notes show respect to your client's story, their time, and their trust in your service. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more such training content. I'll see you in the next one.